Hello, and welcome to your own personal overview with me, Olivier Mevellec, co-founder and president of the Global Marketing Agent Certification. Our certification has been around for 18 years now. We co-founded it, my mother and I, and our attorney back in 2006. And it's my pleasure to give you an overview. You're going to learn a lot today. And so I advise you to take some notes. Also, at the end, I will give you an email address where you can send me any of your questions. And so it will be very easy for us to connect as well after this short overview. So I want to make my slides a little bit bigger for you to be able to see, and we will start. So as I mentioned, we co-founded this organization in 2006. It used to be called International Real Estate Specialist, IRES. We rebranded to Global Marketing Agent in 2014. We've trained over 8,500 agents all over the world, and that number grows every day. And again, I want to make sure you understand this, because this is not a certification or program to where you have to live in exotic places or second home markets, the south of France or Florida, Arizona. It really is all over the world. It doesn't matter where you are right now. This program it will change the way you do business, not only just locally, but now globally. And as I tell agents all the time, why only make money locally when now you can do it globally? So you're not going to have to reinvent the wheel. Everything has been created for you. Everything has been vetted before. For a very long time, we were featured on one of the largest brokerages is University. And so as you can imagine, we have been, as I mentioned, vetted in every direction possible as far as the training, all of the global marketing agreements that we provide to you, and everything that we offer. And so as you can see here, the Global Marketing Agent Certification really has a lot of different facets for all agents to pick and choose what you need to increase your business locally and globally. And we're going to walk you through all the different steps, as far as from social media to your website to announcements, to really guide you and hold your hand through the process, which is rare these days. And that's why we are a very, very unique program. And I'm so glad that you're here to learn more about this. And so the first slide that I'm going to show you is one of my favorites. I would call it exercises. And as you can see at the top, it says you will learn how to legally borrow listings of other GMA members to show your clients that you are a true global agent. And so I want to preface this as well, that I've been an agent with global brands before, as you know, all of them by now. In one of the things that I want to say, and not all of you will agree with this, but it's not because you are with a global brand that it makes you a global agent. The only way that you can truly show your sphere of influence, your clients, whomever, friends, family, that you are a global agent is by having listings that are outside of your jurisdiction. And the key word here is legally. There are a lot of agents, obviously, who try to cut a lot of corners, and we don't do that in this organization. And so you're going to learn all of the legalities. You're going to learn all of the agreements between the seller, between the listing agent, and between all the other agents involved in the transactions on how everything is going to be done, again, very legally. And so here, as you can see, a couple of bullet points. Number one, to brand yourself to your clients as a global agent and not just a local agent. A lot of your clients today, and believe it or not, and I can give you, actually just go ahead and do it. Go on your social media, on your Facebook, LinkedIn, and just write, out of my friends and family, who owns a home outside of wherever you're located. And you're going to be surprised to see the comments that come in that will say, let's say if you're from Dallas, Texas. Oh, I have a home in Utah. Oh, I have a home in Colorado. Oh, I have one in Mexico. And a lot of agents always but tell me, Olivier, I cannot believe that my clients bought homes without me in other places. Well, it's not their fault. Since the day you've got into this business, you have marketed and promoted yourself to be the local expert. But if one of your clients wants to buy in Florida or in Cabo San Lucas or in the south of France, they're going to literally go on the internet and type in, French Riviera real estate and call the agent of that property where it is located. And so this is going to give you an opportunity to educate your clients, your sphere of influence, that now you can help them buy or sell anywhere around the world. And you will see on how this works. So that's the number one. Number two, as you can see here, beat your local competitors in your next listing presentation with your global real estate portfolio. Look at the competitors you have around you, wherever you're located again. Who has listings outside of your area? No one. So it doesn't matter if you've got 1,000 competitors or if you've got 40,000 realtors around your area where you live. Most do not get into this kind of business. And so now you're going to have the opportunity to, again, create your own global real estate portfolio. And so this is going to make a huge opportunity because you're going to discover a lot more opportunities, number one, and you're going to see that your clients now are going to give you more referrals. And at the end of the day, that's what's important. We work for referrals. Referrals are the easiest things that we can acquire in real estate. And this is going to be a huge thing. So now we've got a technology platform that I will share with you in the next slide or so, but it's going to allow you to market listings wherever in the world. You will have a world map, and obviously you will see some dots on the map. And so let's say you want a listing in Mexico. You will click on that dot. It will take you to the listing, and then the forms will be done between you and the listing agent where that property is located in Mexico for you to have the marketing rights to promote that property as if it were your listing on your social media, on your you're doing postcards, on your website, anywhere and everywhere that you want to. There are limitations that what you can and cannot do, of course, but that's part of the training. But again, the authorization into this comes from the seller and the listing agent, wherever the property is located, to agreements, and then you coming in to say, I want that listing. And again, I'm going to tell you this is what's going to happen to you on your social media the first day that you post a listing that is outside of your area. You're going to post it. We're going to show you on how to do it. And your friends and family are going to like it and comment on it and any other things that you've done in this business. The questions will come in as, I did not know you were licensed in Mexico. When did you take this listing in Mexico? How are you doing this? My husband and I were in Mexico 2 months ago, and we were wondering on how to buy real estate in Mexico. Can you help us? And so this program here, or this exercise, as I mentioned earlier, is one of the best ways to get into the credibility to your competitors. And so we call this kind of like a leverage listing. Think of the first day you got into the real estate business, you did an open house that was not your listing. It was someone else in your office who gave you the authorization, and you used that listing as leverage to gain clients, to gain leads. And so this is what exactly is going to do for your business. Secondly, as you can read here, co-market your listings, your local listings to the world with the GMA network and the right global marketing agreements. Here's another thing to me. Again, every agent to me sound exactly the same when they go on their listing presentation, from one brokerage to the other, or even two agents within the same brokerage. Today it's the same. The only thing that differentiates at the end of the day these days are how many social media followers you have, or your YouTube channel, and that's about it, really. And so the unique value proposition of the global marketing agent is by far the most easiest and most effective way to wow your clients. It doesn't matter if it's a $300,000 listing or a $10 million listing. And so here, as you can see, there is a little map here at the bottom to where it shows that the local agent is in Chicago, Illinois, with the green arrow. And then you see an arrow pointing to Seattle, Washington, another one to Miami, Florida. We're going to teach you as what I call an a la carte system, an a la carte service with different fee structures. Again, we do not set fees. We are just here to train, support, and help you. But we're going to show you on how to approach your seller and say, Mr. Seller, thank you for the opportunity. I know you've interviewed probably other agents prior to me coming here today. And here is my list of everything I'm going to do for you locally. That's from your local MLS to your open houses, knocking on doors. You know how to do this. You do it every day. But Mr. Seller, as you know, we live and do business in a global economy. The multicultural composition of this area is really growing. I am part of this organization called Global Marketing Agent. I am certified. I have all the agreements, and I have the ability to create my own army of agents who are members wherever in the world it makes sense to promote, market, advertise, and find potential buyers for them to come to us. Again, I want you to understand this, that putting a listing on a .com, even if your brokerage is global, it does not take it where you want to go. And I will explain that in other videos that we do. And that's a huge misconception that a lot of agents have. They join certain global brands and they go, oh my God, we're in 100 countries, we're in 60 countries, my listing is going to be seen all over the world. That is not an accurate statement. And so again, we will talk about that in later videos and during the training to, again, go through the objections. If you are with a brokerage who is only in 20 countries, or maybe an independent brokerage who is not in any countries, and you go against another brokerage who is in 60, 90, 100 countries, trust me, they're not going to be nice to you. They're going to say, well, don't go with that person because they're independent or they're not anywhere around the world. The GMA value proposition is not about praying for the phone to ring. It's about you being proactive with your marketing with what we call co-marketing. Co-marketing is extremely efficient. Time, money. And so how many co-marketers can you have on a listing, your listing? The answer is unlimited. So essentially what you're doing, again, as I mentioned, you're creating your own army of agents. And so, perfect example. Now today, you've got a lot of companies who are creating data on what's called real estate migration patterns. I will help you with those to where you can look at your area and now you can look at the data as to where the buyers are coming in and where the people of where live, your neighbors, where are they going out to? So now when you're going on the listing presentation and you are armed with the data and the co-marketing system, you can show your seller that, you know what, I live in Dallas and Californians are coming in, Floridians are coming in, New Yorkers are coming in. Then guess what? The seller is going to understand that loud and clear. This is going to give you an opportunity to beat your competitors because, again, don't be like every other agent. Think outside the box. This here, the co-marketing system, is by far, again, I will say it over and over and over, the most efficient way to get more listings. 300,000, 20 million, it doesn't matter. Okay, so we'll, again, part of the training will be on how to learn the co-marketing. You will learn how to secure listings anywhere around the world without being licensed in that state, province, or country. And yes, I did say it. Let's say that you are licensed in Dallas, Texas, or in Toronto, Canada, or that you are an agent in Paris, France, or anywhere around the world. We're going to show you how to take listings anywhere around the world. You do not need to be licensed in other states, provinces, and countries. We have all of the documentation. We have everything that needs to happen between you and the seller, wherever the property is located, between you and another agent that we call a co-broker, with all of the documentation, the agreements, and then you and your army of agents. Because again, why just having it just, let's say if it's a listing in Mexico, why just have it in Mexico and then you in Dallas, Texas, when now you can have it here with the two of you and then everywhere around the world. And so this is going to give you, again, opportunities to make more money. Never, ever refer out a listing ever again, okay? So you'll see the social media part of the announcements of this concept is going to educate your clients that you're going to be able to help them sell and buy anywhere around the world. And what's going to happen is that I'll tell you what's going to happen is as soon as you make the announcements and you post your certification, you're going to have someone in your network who's going to call you and say this: Nancy, wow, I'm impressed. These listings you have all over the world. My parents have a home in Costa Rica. They've been trying to sell it. We have a relationship. You're telling me that you can sell it. I want to hire you. And the answer is going to be 100% yes. You're not going to refer it out. You're going to take it. And so this is, again, going to change your mindset on what I call real estate without boundaries. You're going to have access to a magazine. It's called Castles and Estates magazine. It is a digital version. We've had this magazine for over as long as we've had the certification, 18 years. On page 2 of that magazine will be your page, your photo, your info, everything. And in the magazine, you will see we've got tons of listings that will not have the name of the listing agent. It will say, any information for the price of this property, please contact the agent on page 2. You will be the agent on page 2. We are trying to help you create leads. This magazine has amazing distributorship all over the world. Many properties have been sold for this. And so this will be your magazine that, again, you can take on your next listing presentation. So I was telling you about the technology. We've got a great technology workflow to where if you want to borrow a listing, it takes you 3 minutes. You can do it from your cell phone. You can do it from your tablet, your laptop, computer. When you want to co-market one of your local listings, it's going to take you minutes as well. All the forms are automatically uploaded on there. And really this technology flow is going to change the way you do business, because when we started this, and this is going to age me a lot, but we were sending faxes, okay? We were doing PDFs, okay? This was a lot of work. Now, literally it takes minutes, which will be amazing for you. Here you will learn, you will have, let's see, luxury agents. Yes. So luxury agents, you've got to learn on how to be different. Again, don't just offer a listing presentation. And so here with the co-marketing system, with the Castles and Estates magazine, with your real estate global portfolio that you're going to have to showcase, hey, I've got listing in France, I've got listings in Mexico, I've got listings in Colombia. That alone is going to impress that seller tremendously. Because remember, one of the things I told you about, how many of your competitors have listings outside of where you live? Very, very small, if any. So just imagine yourself now having listings all over the world from your portfolio to where now they're going to look at you and go, my God, we need to go with John. He's got listings all over the world and he knows how to globally market our property. Expired listings, wonderful way to get more listings. Again, expirers want to hear something different. They don't want to hear the same listing presentation. They obviously are, vexed that their property didn't sell. And so you're going to come in now with a different value proposition. We've got a postcard campaign that we're going to show you on how to do it. It has worked many, many times over, and it really is going to be great. Second home markets, baby boomers, developers all over the world. We're going to show you again with your social media. We're going to help you with announcements. And again, how to be a true global agent. It is one thing to say to everyone, oh, I'm with a global brand, I'm a global agent, I'm a global advisor. It is another thing to show it. And showing it is far more important than just saying that you may or you may not be that global advisor. And so this will be a huge part, again, of the education and how to capitalize on all these opportunities. In the backend portal, this is where the course is. This is where the member roster, the listing maps, the marketing materials, the automated agreements. This is everything I've just told you about. And so this will be, access to you. So here, as I mentioned earlier, here's a email address where you can email me any questions you have. It's info@globalmarketingagent.com. Please email us to receive a free digital edition of the Castles and Estates magazine for you to see what it's going to look like on page 2 for your own magazine. And also, when you email us, we're going to give you a free ebook that I created. It's called 7 Ways to Increase Your Real Estate Portfolio Locally and Globally. I just did a recent video on a Facebook group that we have that I'm inviting you to as well, and we will post that here in the video at the end. But I just did a video. It's called How to Get 5 to 10 Extra Listings a Year. Would that be okay with you? I think it would be. And so to close on this, I again thank you for this short overview. We again look forward for you to become a member of the Global Marketing Agent Certification. We've got tons of benefits. We do Zooms weekly, every Wednesday at 10 a.m. Central Time. You're invited to come in. We discuss new listings. We discuss agreements. We discuss objections. We discuss everything and anything. We are truly here to support you, to hold your hand through the entire process. I know there is another designation out there in the world that does international. People ask me all the time, and I will tell you, we are completely different. This is by far the most efficient way to do an actual transaction with all the documentation you need and with the support. Because the first day that you're going to have an opportunity to take a listing somewhere else outside of where you live, it's going to feel like Real Estate 101. We're going to help you. We're not a referral company. This is your business. We're strictly here to train and support. So again, I want to thank you so much for watching this overview, and please reach out to us with this email. And again, I look forward to talking to you soon. Thank you so much.